Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about a UI library uh, that is built on top of Redux UI and Tailwind CSS. It's called Shadcn UI, as you can see on my screen. Okay, Shadcn UI library basically provides you various customizable, reusable components that you can use in your application. It's free and open source, so you can there is no license required for you to use this in your application. Just plug and play kind of option, you can say. Let me show you how you can use it in your application. So out of the box, it does provide you various options you can use in your application. So as you can see, these are some examples of the components of this Shadcn UI library. So beautifully designed tabs, options, and these small cards, mini cards, you can say, and kind of a chart. uh, okay, and we have this various examples on their official website. Okay, you can go through these. Okay, I am going to show you how you can install this library in your project and make use of the components available. Okay, let's just go to the documentation part, and this is the introduction. So how it is providing you the reusable components built on using Redux UI and Tailwind CSS, right? Okay, so you can go through this. Let me show you how you can install it in your application. So it does provide you options of for different frameworks, so you can use it in your Next.js application, or if for different package manager as well, it works. Like if you are familiar, if you work with npm, you can install it via npm, or it does provide the option of installing it via Vite. Okay, and there is a manual option as well. It does provide some steps how you can do the manual installation by following this step-by-step process. You can first you need to install the Tailwind CSS in your application. Through these, it does provide you command as well, so you can just directly copy these commands and run in your favorite package manager in your command prompt. Okay, it's a very brief process they have mentioned, so it's pretty useful. You can follow this. So I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you how you can install this Shadcn UI library via Vite. Okay, so let me show you how. Okay, let me open command prompt. Okay, let's first run the command. So just copy the first command mentioned in the first tab, and paste this in the command prompt. Okay, press enter. So it will ask you to which application you want to create the project. I'm going to create a React project, and I'm going to use the TypeScript in my React project. So I'm going to select the TypeScript option. So my folder structure is created. Let me go to the, I'm going to go into this directory. Okay, I'm inside the directory. Just open this project in the Visual Studio Code. Okay, as you can see, it has created the project. So this is the project structure. Okay, what is this here? Let's go to the second step. We need to install. Okay, so these are the commands we need to run in our project. Let's just go to the Visual Studio and paste the command and press enter. Okay, okay, it has created. Okay, Tailwind CSS config is also created. Let's go to the third step. So for third step, we need to edit the tsconfig JSON file, which has been created by the above commands. Let's just open that tsconfig JSON file. Where it is? Okay, here it is. And we need to basically add the following code. So we need this code to be added in our tsconfig file. Let me paste it here. Okay, and what's the fourth step? Add the following code to the Vite config file. Okay, let me install this dependency first. Okay, it's installed. After that, we need to add this code in our vite.config file. Okay, let me open my vite.config file. Okay, here it is. So okay, so there is already some code written. Just copy this first line, as this is the new line which needs to be added. Okay, and we need to add this resolve path code. Okay, yep, it's done. We need to install the Shadcn UI package. Okay, let's install this. So when you run this command, it will ask you different options. So different configuration basically it is going to set in the config file, component.json file. So for this project, as I have already mentioned, I am going to use TypeScript. So I'll select the yes option. And which style would you like to use? I'm going to use the default style. And the theme color, it's asking me the theme color, so I'm going to select the default option. You can, for as per your needs, you can change the options you want. Okay, so where is your global CSS file? So my global CSS file is this one, index.css. So I'm going to change this, the path of this, src/index.css. okay, so would you like to use CSS variables? I'm going to select yes for now. And where is your Tailwind config JSON file? So this is in the root directory. Okay, I'm going to select the default option, and default option for this one as well. Just press enter for these three options. And are you using React server component? So I'm not using the React server component, so I'm going to select the no option. So yep, so we want to write the configuration to the component JSON file. Just press Y. Okay, so now it's installing the dependencies in your project. Okay, all the dependencies has been installed in our project. As you can see the success message. Let's go to the next step. That's it. Now you can start adding the components in your project. So for first, very a basic example they have mentioned that how we can add the button component in our project. So let's just copy paste this command and press enter. So it's going to add the button component in our project. Okay, so it's installing the button component. As you can see, it's very easy to make use of any available component in the project. Yep, it's added. So if you look into the source directory, src directory, there is a component folder added, component/UI folder, and here the command you run for the button component, it's added the button tsx file. You can just directly make use of it in your project. So just go to the app tsx file, and I'm going to remove the boilerplate code which is written here. Just okay, and now I'm going to make use of the button component. Okay, let's go to this. So I'm going to copy this code. Okay, so it is showing us that this button component is, we haven't imported this button component in the app tsx file. So let's just add this. Okay, I've added this. Let's remove these unused imports. Okay, if I run the project, so I'll be able to show you how it looks. Okay, now follow the command. So this is the URL. Okay, as you can see, this is very basic, a very beautifully designed button has been added. So I haven't done anything for designing this button. It's all readily available through the Shadcn UI library, and we are able to use it in our project. Okay, so this was a very basic example I have shown you, but I am going to show you how we can design a login and sign up page using this Shadcn UI library. So in the starting of our video, I showed you that various example they have listed on their website. Okay, I'm going to use these options to design the login page. Okay, as you can see, this is a very for the login page, I am going to use this similar kind of design in the project. Basically, it's a card component. Okay, let's design this card component. Okay, just go to the component part and go to the card section. Okay, so this is what we want to design. Okay, so let's say you want to add the card in your card component in your project. So just go to the code part, and it's making use of different components, as you can see. So it will show you how you can use it in your project. So for this, first you need to add the card component by running the npm command, this Shadcn UI latest add card command. Go to the project and open a new command from terminal. Okay, and run this command. Okay, just check the component directory. When you run this command, it will automatically add a tsx file in your component UI directory for each component you are adding. Okay, so as you can see, the card component has been added. Okay, after that you need to import the card component in your project. Okay, for this let's minimize this. Okay, so so I'm going to create a new directory, basically the pages I'm going to create, and for this we are going to create a login page. So I'm going to create a tsx file for login page. Okay, let's copy paste this app. Okay, I'm going to delete these imports from here. I don't want this div as well. Just first copy the imports if you want to add for card. Okay, after that you need to copy this. Okay, yep. Now go to the browser. Let's see how our page looks like. Okay, so let me show you, after installing any component via the terminal, you need to restart the project basically. So let me restart this project again. Okay, let's go to the project. Yep, as you can see, it's refreshed. Okay, I haven't imported this in the tsx file. Okay, just wait for me. Okay, here I'm going to import the login page which we have just created. Okay, and now we can remove this import from here. Okay, so it's a very basic design we have created here. Card title, card description, card content, or card footer. So basically it's showing you what you want, what you can add here to design the whole card for your application. Okay, so I'm going to design this. Okay, let's just copy the code. We have card title. Okay, card description for now, let's just say this is a basic login page. Okay, and as far as the card content goes, we need to add the input label, and in the card footer we need to add a button. Okay, we already have the button component. Yes, we need to install the input component as well. Yep, we do have input and label component as well. Okay, let's just add these first. Okay, let me stop it and install these components. This one is for adding the input component, and we do require this label component as well. Okay, just copy this command as well. Okay, input is installed. Install the label component as well, and yep, as we are installing the different components, it's keep adding them in the component file folder as well. Okay, after that we were looking that we wanted to create this similar kind of a card for our login page. So it does give you an option to view the whole code for this component. So let's just go to the GitHub page for this. Okay, as you can see, these are the components it shows you. So we wanted to look at our create an account component, so let's just go to this one. Okay, as you can see, and this is how they have designed the component. Simply want these two divs. Okay, let's just copy these in my content section, card content. Okay, let's import the label. We have already installed the label and input as well. Okay, yep, and let's run the project again. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, not much, but okay. And as far as the card footer goes, let's just go to the card footer section and copy this button code and paste it here. And we do need to import the button from the component folder. Okay, so I've added this. All the imports are in place. If we check our website, so this is how it looks. Okay, but it's very basic. Let's just design it. As I mentioned, so this Shadcn UI library is built on top of behind the scenes it is making use of Tailwind CSS. So anywhere you are stuck that which class name you want it you should use to design the to change the layout or positioning of your elements, so you can just simply open the Tailwind CSS official documentation page and find the different CSS classes you should be using. Okay, let me just click on this. Okay, so we are making use of, so there are different classes they have mentioned here. What are the different which you can use to justify the content, alignment, for spacing, those sort of things. So I was looking into it, so I know some of the classes we can use to make it more beautiful, so I'll be using those. Okay, so I've added item start space for some adding some space and the alignment of the content. Okay, we check, so this is spacing is a little bit better. I don't want my card to be stretched to the whole page in width, so I am going to set some width for my card. So you can use this class for this. W is for setting the width, and you can set the width in pixels by using this syntax. So yep, okay, now yep, so I have added some classes to design it more beautifully and to align some elements in place. So I've added these flex classes I found on the Tailwind CSS page. So you can I'll add the resources in the description of this video. Okay, and if we go to the page, so this is how it looks. So it doesn't require that much of effort, and we were able to design a login page. The next thing I wanted to show you, because it does provide you out of the box option to set the theme for your application as well. So, and it's pretty easy to add the theme concept in your application as well. So if you go to the component section of your application and go to the dark mode option, it does give you the steps to add the dark mode option. Okay, I'm going to select the beat, and for this you need to follow these steps, and you'll be able to set the theme for your project. Okay, so as a first step, I need to create this tsx file in my project. Okay, let's just add it. So I'm going to create the file here, theme provided tsx file. So you can just directly copy the code and paste it here. Okay, that is done. After that, you need to wrap your root layout with the theme provider. Okay, let's just copy this theme provider option first in my app.tsx file. Okay, so this was yep, successfully imported. So just copy this. Okay, yep, we are good. If I go to the project, yep, as we have set it, the default theme is dark one. It's changed our theme to dark. Okay, now it does give you an option to add the toggle button to your application, so that way it will be easier if you like this, if you want to switch your theme of your application directly from this top down. Okay, so let me just so it wants us to create this mode toggle tsx file component basically. So let me just again go to the component folder and create a file. Okay, and copy paste this code from here. Okay, so again this is making use of drop down menu component, so we need to install this. Let me stop my project and copy the command for this drop down menu. Okay, so here it is. Let me select this. So basically this is the component it's making use of. Let's just copy this command and run it in a project, so that way it will install the components or add the component file in our project. Okay, it's installing. Yep, it's been added. Okay, after that, yep, now we can directly make use of this component in our app.tsx file. Okay, let me just add it here. Okay, mode toggle, this was the component we had created. Now if we go to our project, and let me run my project again, and npm run dev. Okay, now if I go to my application, it's loading. Okay, now you can see they have added this toggle button, and we can switch the theme. Okay, let me just reposition it. Okay, yep. Oh, now it looks good. Okay, as you can see, we have added this toggle button to switch between different themes. Okay, and if you want to change the color of the overall theme of your application, so you can do it like this as well. Okay, let's say I wanted to select this orange option, and just for that you just need to copy this code from here. Okay, and you can paste it in your global css file. So when we created this project, it asked for us the path of our global css file, so it's index .css file inside our src folder. So basically you need to replace this code. Okay, and now it should be good. Yep, as you can see, the overall theme colors are changed. Okay, now if I select the dark mode, okay, it's still working. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you can subscribe to my channel and like this video and add a comment.